are rounding third and heading home in the chase for the state championship. Welcome to day 3 in Maui and venerable Iron Maihara Stadium. 80 degrees, sun is out, and we are set for the Wale Unamini Foundation Division I state semifinals. All set to go for semifinal number 1 here at the Iron, and we get ready for a rematch of the 2022 final between the Baldwin Bears, the runners-up in the MIL, and the BIF champions and the number 4 seed in the tournament, Waiakea. And as always, we count down to first pitch with Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza. Great to have you with us. My man, Marcus Owens. Jimmy Bender's coming up. I'm Felipe Ojastro. Historically, Marcus, the semifinals have been wild, and now we have 4 teams from 3 different leagues all chasing history, and they're each 2 wins away from doing just that.
Yeah, it's intriguing matchups today, too. I mean, you're looking at the games here today. A whole Neighbor Island matchup here in the first one. That, to me, is the most intriguing. You've got Baldwin, who's coming off 2 straight wins, coming from the 4th spot. I mean, really, on the day 1. Waiakea coming out yesterday, eking out a win there, 4-2. Throwing a number 2 guy here today, but Baldwin, home field advantage. You know, it could be anybody's ball game here today. I like this matchup today.
It is a significant semifinal doubleheader with 4 teams and 4 different histories to chase right now. For more here on this afternoon, Jimmy Bender is first on the field.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And in talking to other coaches about Craig Okita's Baldwin Bears, the consensus word I seem to hear is scrappy. And I asked Craig how he feels about that. He said, look, he's fine with it because scrappy teams are the type of teams that find ways to win. They're also the type of teams that when you see a tournament bracket, they're the ones you want to avoid. So, yeah, he's fine with being called scrappy, guys.
And right now, this Baldwin team, co-champions last year with Maui, finds themselves sitting in the semifinal round. They take on Waiakea. Got here after knocking off the number 1 team in the tournament in Kamehameha. Waiakea, the BIF champions, knocked off Kaiser, the OA runners-up. St. Louis had a longer route. They're the only team that played a first-round game out of Oahu, knocked off Kamehameha Hawaii, then Mililani, the OI champs, and then they take on Kamehameha Maui, who had to hang on and knock off a scrappy Lelehua team. It was wild in the quarterfinal round.
Yep.
First-round games were wild as well. This is going to be a thrilling doubleheader ahead.
It really is. I mean, I'm looking forward to this first matchup right here. I mean, it's been a low-scoring matchup between these 2 teams, you know, kind of historically. Both teams really not hitting the cover off the ball, getting great pitching, great defense. Look for this to be like a 3-2 ball game, anybody's ball game coming down to like the last out. The second game of the day, though, St. Louis and, Kamehameha Maui. Kamehameha Maui is kind of the, I don't know, the odd man out kind of. Like nobody really knows a whole lot about them. They know they've won the MIL throughout the season, but really they're like, who are they? People are still trying to figure them out. St. Louis has been right there in the get-go, so it's going to be an intriguing matchup today.
And yesterday, number 1 was done after Baldwin knocked him off 1-0 on a 1-hitter that only Baldwin had. 5 total hits here for Kamehameha Kapalama. Well, you look at the money man on that day, yesterday in the quarterfinal round, Jaden Perry Waikiki, the pitcher for the Baldwin Bears, who dealt with a hand injury during the preseason, came back second half of the regular season, turned up, turned out, and really pitched a gem.
He really did. I mean, he had everything going after that first inning. I mean, he had the fastball going. He had the breaking pitch going. He worked well off the hill on bunt plays as well. He fielded his defensive, output there from the hill. He just seemed that when he got into trouble, he seemed to work his way out of it, and that's a sign of a very good pitcher, even though he's just a sophomore.
With a win here today, Baldwin can get to their 4th consecutive HHSAA final. They were co-champions, as we mentioned, last year. Lost the last time the tournament was on Maui to Waiakea. Look at the record, 50-41 in winners bracket games in the HHSAA tournament. But this is essentially home field advantage. How much does that matter here for the Maui teams?
I think, in the first day it didn't matter that much, but now that you're going into like semifinals and championship day, you're going to see a lot bigger crowd coming out, especially today. Even though it's a 4 o'clock game, it's a Friday. I'm anticipating people calling in a little bit sick for the last hour of work today, trying to make out the first pitch today.
And I'll tell you what, now you're really going to test what's left in the pitcher's tank here for each of these programs. And climbing the bump here today will be Justice Wakamatsu.
Wakamatsu getting the start today. One of those young men out there who can throw a lot of strikes, get ahead in the count well, pitches well. Not a big strikeout guy. He's more pitch to contact guy. And that's what you want, I think, for Baldwin. A guy who can let his defense work behind him, because we've seen already, defense and pitching are the name of the game here so far in the tournament.
Clutch defensive plays evaded the threat that Kamehameha Kapalama was putting on yesterday in a one-run game. Bears won that one. Now they're 2 wins away from a state title. We're getting closer to first pitch between the Bears and the Warriors on Spectrum OC 16.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Back by popular demand. Garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Zippy's.
Aloha, I'm Howard Deshevsky. The pride of our islands are its people. Join me as I show you uplifting and inspirational stories of athletes, coaches, and more on Sports People Hawaii.
I had, I think, 12, 13 people come together to do different sections with me, like running, crewing me, and so just getting that whole experience was incredible.
Tune in to Sports People Hawaii only on Spectrum OC 16.
Aloha, I'm Mike Latronic. Tune in weeknights, 8:30 p.m. for Board Stories, where we feature top surfers, up-and-coming athletes, the hottest events, and the lifestyle we love.
Hanneman's big aerial make rate is among the highest in the business, and this, in combination with solid flow, technique, and maneuvers, makes him one of the most dangerous rookies on the WSL Championship Tour.
Catch Board Stories only on Spectrum OC 16.
Welcome back to Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
In the main mall here in this area, Queen Ka'ahumanu Center. All its glory here, just about a 5-minute drive away from where we are at Iron Maihara Stadium. Waiakea comes into this tournament as the champions of the Big Island Interscholastic Federation. Took care of the OIA runners-up 4-2. Waiakea does a good job of just keeping the games low scoring and controlling the pace and the tempo of that game. However, Brooks went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Logan Duran, 97 pitches, 7 innings of work, 6 strikeouts on the day. So it was a rough start at the beginning of the season, and now they've won the BIF. How impressed have you been with Waiakea this year?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Waiakea, people are asking, like, what is wrong with Waiakea? I mean, they were like, I think 3-3-1 to start this season, but man, they finished up 8-3 or 8-3-1 on the year. They've won 4 in a row now, and the things are going their way. They're playing Waiakea baseball right now, and things are kind of getting back to normal for them. I know Coach Honda is thinking right now, okay, this is a very tough team in Baldwin today, but he likes his odds today against them in game 2 over here today. He likes the way his team is and the chemistry is building right now, and it could be anybody's ball game. I like this team right now. Waiakea has really, it's been a sleeper here as of late.
And he is one calm, cool cucumber, is he? Chris Honda.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is very passionate about the game. For the Kaiser graduate, he said it was a unique situation playing them in the quarterfinal round to get to this spot into the Final Four. But all he does with that great coaching staff, they find ways to win. The question is, do they have enough to do it again like how they did in 2022?
Well, that's still yet to be seen, but I like what I've seen so far. I like the mentality I think that this team brings to the field, and the chemistry right now is really sky high.
Yeah, and it's a confident level that took some time to build here for a relatively young group, but a senior class that has driven them all the way to the state semifinals. And for more on the Warriors, here's Jimmy.
Yeah, guys, they are very aware of the fact that the last time they won it was right here in Maui 3 years ago, right? And so that conversation with Chris Honda is about, what is it about this place that you like so much? He said, I don't know if it's a combination of, we love the field here. It's a great field for us. He said the hospitality out here is absolutely phenomenal. So it kind of, even though it's Baldwin's home field in a sense, it kind of sets up for them as well, guys.
And entering the season, as far as the bullpen for this group, kind of up in the air. Question marks surrounded it, especially after Caleb Wada, who was their ace for 3 varsity years, left to go to Mililani, won an OIA championship out there. But the ones that have stayed have really stayed strong, and it's Hurley Sung who'll get the call up on the hill.
Yeah, Sung has been like their number 2 guy all year. It's kind of an interesting season, I think, when you look at Waiakea. Really, they're only playing 1 game a week, basically. So Sung has not got a lot of starts this year. He started the first game of the year. He's 1 win, 2 losses, and a save on the year. And I think, time will tell whether he has the stamina, I think, to go at least 5 or 6 innings, which I think Coach Honda wants.
At this point in the season, all the coaches have expressed the same sentiment. We don't care how we win. It could be ugly. It could be nice. The goal here today, survive and advance and put yourself in position to get your hands on the trophy. The pressure is on in the Final Four, the state semifinals at OC 16.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game, slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Memorial Day is here and Inspiration Interiors is offering store-wide savings. As a thank you to our armed forces, all active and retired military get a 10% discount. Save on living room, dining, bedroom, and outdoor furniture with Hawaii's best value and largest selection of quality home furnishings. Pay over time with zero-interest financing options and save big on hundreds of display models, ranging from 25 to 40% off while supplies last. The Memorial Day sale is going on now at Inspiration Interiors.
In Hawaii, 10 to 12 women die each year due to pregnancy or pregnancy-related complications. More than half of those deaths are preventable. If you or a loved one are experiencing persistent headaches, dizziness or fainting, changes in vision, extreme swelling of the hands or face, trouble breathing, or chest pain, reach out to a healthcare professional. For a more complete list, scan the QR code or visit health.hawaii.gov/MCHB. Trust yourself, trust your body, know the maternal warning signs and symptoms.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game, slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Welcome back to Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
These are the youth baseball fields surrounding Iron My Heart Stadium. Some of the best baseball talents, not just on the island, but statewide, have come through those fields. Shout out to all the youth coaches out there. Let's give you some bracketology a little bit here. Let's catch you up on the Division II championship. We'll have coverage of it tomorrow on Spectrum OC 16 from Les Murakami Stadium. Waianae knocked off the #1 seed Farrington. Damien, the favorites, they will take on Pahoa and actually beat them 9-1. They'll face off with the Sea Riders later today at 6 o'clock. Kapa'a and Kapolei also advance. Division I softball championship tournament. Well, Mililani, it might have been the longest game in America, it felt like. After 3 rain delays, shout out to the X-Cast crew for hanging through that. Puno was up 5-0, then an avalanche. 19 straight here for the defending state champs. Marino, home run derby in that game too. Grand slam home run from Giselle Iokia. They'll power them through 9-4 the final, and so it's #1 and #2 for the Division I championship. Going back to the Division II baseball, that's an interesting Final Four out there with Kapolei, Waianae in that mix, and of course Damien.
Yeah, I mean, I look for Damien and the Waianae, the winner, to be really the go-ahead team to beat in the championship game.
Yeah, and you can see that game, if it is Damien, in fact, or any of those other 3 teams, tomorrow at 4 o'clock on Spectrum OC 16 from Manoa. Well, we are winding it down on the Diamond Sports season. We move one step closer to the crown. Who punches their ticket to the championship game? It's Baldwin. It's Waiakea. Thanks for watching Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza Hut.
Nine to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
9 to 5 in the rearview, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
How's it? I'm Marcus Owens, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Baldwin just barely by 1 run knocked off #1 Kamehameha in the quarterfinal round. And now to get to the championship game, they must take down the #4 seed in the tournament. It's the Valley Island and the Big Island for a spot in the championship on Spectrum OC16. And the final countdown is officially on. 4 teams remain, 3 games left, 2 days to go to crown 1 state champion. We're in Maui, and from venerable Iron Maihara Stadium, welcome to the 2025 Wale Unimine Foundation State Baseball Championship Tournament. We are set for the Final 4 and semifinal #1 on a gorgeous 79-degree day here on Maui. And a rematch of the 2022 final between the MIL runners-up, the Baldwin Bears, and the #4 seeded and big champions, Waiakea Warriors. The winner advances to take on either St. Louis or Kamehameha Maui. Baldwin knocked off #1 Kamehameha 1-0. Waiakea got here, knocking off the OA runners-up 4-2. The winners playing the final game of the baseball season tomorrow night on Spectrum OC16. Cannot wait for this one. So great to have you with us, my man, Marcus Owens. Jimmy Bender's coming up. I'm Felipe Ojastro. These 2 teams familiar with each other. 3 years ago, played each other in the state final. A game won by the 3 seed at the time, Waiakea. Teams change, obviously. These are much different squads than what they were. So what kind of game are you expecting today?
Well, with the wind blowing, as we've seen here, and blowing as hard as it is today, I look for this to be a bit pitcher's duel today. I look for a 2-1, 3-2 ball game today, and the team that makes the least costly error will win the ball game.
Which is interesting because 3-2 was the final, the last time that these 2 teams met in the state tournament. The wind could play a factor here. It has been gusting around 20, 25 miles an hour all throughout the afternoon. We shall see how that will play out. Kind of hard if you're going to hit a golf ball, too. Speaking of which, here's Jimmy Bender and the New City Nissan Field Report. Jimmy.
And we won't talk about golf at all. We'll talk about baseball. And I tell you, both of the coaches love this matchup tonight. And over on the Waiakea side, Chris Honda saying the main thing for him that he sees is his team pitching in defense, like Marcus said. Got to have that. And for the young guys on this team to step up in the big moments tonight. Meanwhile, over on the Baldwin side, Craig Okita saying scrappy. Right? He used that word to describe Waiakea, the thing that people have used to describe his team. He said, we're almost mirror images of each other, so what he needs is for his squad to win the little battles out there on the field tonight, as many of them as possible, in order to win the war. Guys, back to you.
These are 2 programs that have put on, in recent history, some of the best state tournament games. We expect nothing less. Excited for this one. On a gorgeous day in Maui, ready for the first of our semifinal doubleheader. The Baldwin Bears and the Waiakea Warriors, and first pitch is coming up next. These teams ready to go. How much left in the pitching tank? Chris Honda here for the Warriors, Greg Okita and company for the Bears. Everyone, eyes locked in on this one. Get ready to feast in the semifinals today.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
Big every time, nice up your life, yeah. When we store yes, way out, they go wide. 10 by 20 plus, dep on the side. Double X, yes, call it a double dime. Hawaii self-storage just as big every time, right? Hawaii self-storage is the place to be. Guaranteed from the boys of BET. So come on down to Hawaii self-storage. So come down, respect, yeah. Hawaii self-storage, #1. Check it,
We're the Suzuis, and you're watching Spectrum OC16. Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
In next week's episode of Ultimate Japan, we'll be taking the Hawaii people to Nakayama rice fields and have an awesome lunch right next door. Then we visited Shoroshima Olive Park. What a wonderful experience. We also went on a ropeway, and finally an awesome yakiniku dinner. So remember, follow me so you can experience Japan like you've never done before.
As we had mentioned before, the last time that these two teams met was that 2022 championship game where Waiakea won that one 3-2. A thrilling game here. And in fact, that was the last time that the state tournament came to Iron Maihara Stadium. Teams taking the field right now as we get ready for the Bears and the Warriors. In the nightcap, it'll be the Crusaders and the Kamehameha Maui Warriors in round 3 here of the state tournament. We're swinging the Zippies batting order. For the designated visitors, the MIL runners-up in the Baldwin Bears, Kai Watanabe, tremendous catcher. He was terrific all throughout the regular season. Then Marley Sebastian, the second baseman, clutched up defensively yesterday. Jevin Raboy is the HBU commit. Malu Rasanga along with La'akea. Then there's Colton Sargent. Miyaki Matsubayashi got the final recorded out to end the game yesterday. And Caden Anderson's the right fielder. And Kika John Kuailani, one of the youngins in this team. A lot of range over at center field and speed here for Craig Okita's crew. In the meantime, here for the Warriors defensively, in a lineup like this, Jarrell Alston, very underrated too. Left fielder, good pitcher too. Logan Duran's the ace. He'll play center. Kyson Honda's over and right. Jesse Inoue, 3 years in his varsity squad with Ivor Brooks. Tayson Tamia, 4 years in the varsity team. And Clemson Julian on the opposite side of that. And then Tyson Barrella, young catcher, but strong arm, good instincts. But all will rest here on the pitchers, as Marcus mentioned, and we get Hurley Sung.
Hurley Sung 1-2 on the year with a 1 save to his credit. His lone win against Hilo in the semifinals of the BIF this year. Also picked up a save against Kona Waina back again in March as well. Have his work come out for him today. I think he has not gone more than 2 innings in the last couple of months, and so it would be a stamina issue, I think, if he were able to go at least 4 or 5 today. If Chris Honda can get that out of him, that will be a win for Waiakea.
Waiakea, after winning the BIF championship over Kamehameha Hawaii, not about a 9-day break. There's always concern surrounding, okay, how's my team going to come out? For the most part, you and I saw that Waiakea Kaiser game yesterday. Waiakea looked like they didn't miss a beat since we saw them play in the BIF final.
Yeah, they looked pretty good yesterday. They fell behind early in the first inning, came back, responded well to that one. It was a tie ball game after about 3, but then they picked up a couple of runs then and was goose eggs the rest of the way. And so his pitching and defense really held on for them in that win against Kaiser.
So Kai Watanabe, the 9th grader here, one of 7 freshmen for Craig Okita's group. I mean, he is future. I cannot wait to see how he develops over these next 3 years, because by the time he's a senior, this kid is going to be easily a first-team selection.
Yeah, the coverage is not bare, I think, for the Bears coming back next year. They're going to have a good nucleus coming back.
And the first pitch here from Sung is in there for a strike. So Hurley Sung, the pitcher here for Waiakea. A couple of notable games. He played in the first game against Hilo in the state tournament, or the BIF tournament, I should say. As this one's grounded here to the first baseman, Julian. Ground number 1. Sung punched out 10 strikeouts in that game 1 of the series against Hilo in the BIF tournament. Then he had a big double play that he helped turn in the BIF final against Kamehameha Hawaii. So Sung, who plays for the Hawaii Woodbat Academy in the offseason. Got a lot of high-pressure situation games, but you can't really simulate anything like this, and this might be his toughest challenge today.
Absolutely. I mean, with the wind blowing in like it is here, I mean, the main thing for any pitcher in both of these semifinal games is keep the ball down, pitch ahead in the count, and let the rest of it work behind you, because the defense, you know, with the infield as well manicured as it is here, and the way the outfield goes, you know, you play and position your outfield accordingly, you're not going to get too many balls hit over your head.
Sebastian went around there for a strike. 4 umpires in this game, by the way. Kerry Zuka is calling the balls and strikes, joined by Jim LeBeau, Steve Sosha, and Darwin Nazarino. As we had 3 through the first couple of rounds of the tournament. Now it's about to get serious. Swung on and missed here by Sebastian.
Again, that will be the key, I think, for Sung today, is making sure that breaking ball can get that over for strikes. He's got pretty good pop on the fastball, but you can't live and die by that all day.
Sebastian pokes it one to the second baseman, Tamiya, and he has to dive and try and stop it. But Sebastian gets on safely after going 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. Goes 1 for 1 to start this Division I semifinal.
Everybody will tell you, hey, don't strike out in a ball game. Just put the ball in play and see where the ball goes. This one right here is just a 2-strike swing, putting the ball in play a little bit towards the middle of the infield and picks up that first base hit.
Here's Jevin Raboy now. Raboy was 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. Sebastian scored the first run of the game, and really the only run of the game yesterday, against Kamehameha. Oh, this is close, and Julian almost had a sweep tag, but back to the bag goes Sebastian.
Yeah, we've seen a few pickoffs this tournament so far. That was a pretty good move right there. You can see it leaning a little bit towards second, but a snap throw over there almost gets the pickoff. Not too many teams have been able to throw out base runners this week as well. So teams have been able to get good leads at first base, have benefited by a lot of heads-up straight steals.
Here's Raboy. Runner goes at Sebastian, in run, and that one's fouled away towards the batting cages on the first base side. Now, Raboy, the last couple of years on the varsity team, really kind of had to find his voice, and his role settled in comfortably. And again, when you play in the MIL, I mean, with respect to the other neighbor islands, I mean, outside of the ILH, where I think universally everyone says that's the toughest league, I think MIL might be the second toughest here.
I agree with you on that. Up and down.
Next sliding in there. Waiakea winning the title in 2012 and 2022, and Warrior fans, speaking to them, they hope that another 10 years want to go around before they win another one. This one goes to Brooks. Brooks safe at second, and then Julian trying to get the stretch. Raboy gets on.
Well, the right play over there, they tried to get the lead runner. You can see right there, he was often running a good jump over from first base. You'd make the play over at second. It was a bang-bang play, but at least he had the wherewithal to turn it back over to first base.
Always hustling up that line to try and get on, and 2 gone. Here's Malo Rasanga.
You don't see it very often, but a 6-4-3 put out at first base.
Rasanga. Misses here from Sung. Someone who did a lot of sports kind of growing up, and he was been described by his family as an ultra-competitive type of player. He doesn't like losing, but however, every loss that he has, there have been very few, he's found ways to learn and bounce back from it. Keep in mind, this is a Waiakea team that's had 3 losses this year. And that win really picking up, man.
Yeah,
you hearing it?
I'm hearing things fall too. And again, who does that win benefit? Gosh, you got to think Baldwin. They played in this the entire season, right? So they know this win in this field, hands front and back.
Going outside, again, the wind blows from right field to left field. It's essentially become a 4th outfielder for teams on defense. And not a lot of shots have carved through that wind here in the tournament. Just 1 homer. That's a walk.
Sanga picks up the walk right there. Ball 4 inside. First walk of the ball game for Sung. Force play now for any base, first, second, or third here for Waiakea. This is the thing, you know, we've seen the last couple of days with Baldwin is it's hard to get them out 1, 2, 3 in an inning. Yeah. They always seem to get base runners on base.
Waiakea comebacker to Sung. Inning over. So a hit here from Marley Sebastian, and that's about it. Bears leave 2 on, and the Biff champions hang tough through. Just getting started in Maui in the Wale Onemene Foundation State Semifinals.
This is it.
This is where our family is from?
Well, it's where I first told your mom I like her after school one day.
What did she say?
I ordered chili.
I want chili. I thought our family came from Mililani.
The Kokua Pack is back at Zippy's. A portion of the proceeds from each one sold will be donated to different local charities every week. Give back to the community and get your Kokua Pack today.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $289 a month or get 3.99% APR for 72 months. Drive Aloha, drive Hyundai.
Batting order here for the Waiakea Warriors, brought to you by Zippy's. Jesse Inoue, the nicest guys you're going to find in this group. Energy all around. He leads it off with Tayson Tamiya on his way to Air Force Academy. Ivor Brooks and Boston Kobayashi round out the top 4. Then Clemson Julian, Jarrell Alston, Tyson Baruella, Kyson Honda, and Logan Durand here for the Biff champs. Not a ton of defensive changes. Everyone pretty much stays where they are from yesterday. Very good middle infielders in Ko and Sebastian. Kai Watanabe, talked about his potential. Caden Anderson stabilizes in outfield. Been relatively young in terms of experience, but very good in the regular season. And really the only major defensive change is the pitcher, of course. And here today is Justice Wakamatsu.
Wakamatsu comes in 2-0 on the year, 1.67 earned run average. Picked up a complete game, 5-inning shortened game against Lahaina Luna back on April 3rd, and then a complete game earlier in the season on March 14th against King K. Kaulike. So young man has some stamina out there, exactly what they need. As we saw Perry Waikiki yesterday gut out a 7-inning gem for them.
Here, Wakamatsu. Saw him during the preseason. A lot of confident building games in that one, including a matchup against St. Louis, and just being around the program. Again, there's a lot of pressure when you get to play for a program that is established like a Waiakea or like a Baldwin. And here for Wakamatsu. I mean, it's tough, right? I mean, the further you get in the tournament, I mean, the more challenging it gets, obviously. And you have to look at what you have in your pen and say, all right, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, and both coaches have got that feeling today as well, right? I mean, there is no tomorrow. You're going to empty the bullpen if you have to today, and you worry about get the win first and worry about tomorrow, the championship game, tomorrow morning around breakfast time.
You see Craig Okita. It's been a special season for him. As his son, Ren Okita, who was a great infielder for this program, is coaching with him, too. Ren Okita, who got his college degree in accounting, works for a CPA, works for a small firm. So I was like, hey, so what, your son did your taxes for you? He's like, no, I'm not letting him do my taxes this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I may need a CPA next year, so I may look him up.
Okay. I was an assistant coach with the staff. It's Jesse Inoue, the third baseman. Here for Waiakea. Inoue's had a pretty good last couple of seasons, the varsity squad. Kind of waited his time his freshman year. Sophomore year, great. Finds a way to make an impact, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Inoue to Sebastian. Number 1.
This is one thing that impressed me the last couple of days about Baldwin is the routine plays. You look at how smooth the infield has been, how well they have ranged through the outfield the last couple of ball games. They don't let a lot of balls get through the infield. And it comes back to just mindset and knowing the field, playing on this field almost the entire season through the MIL.
And here's Tayson Tamia. Oh, what a smooth catch there from Ivor Brooks. He was in the on-deck circle, and he cut it off a one-hop. Tamia comes from a long line and a great line of athletic Tamias. His brother Traden Tamia, 5th champion, led him through a tough BIF schedule. He went to Air Force, and now Tayson Tamia is going to Air Force. He spent the last 4 years in the varsity squad.
He'll see similar weather.
Yes.
In Colorado Springs. Yeah. Very windy, high altitude. As a matter of fact, he'll probably, if he gets the chance to make the baseball program over there, he may hit a few home runs there as well.
So it's upstairs from Wakamatsu. Tayson Tamia said, my brother Traden, a tremendous influence on my decision to attend the United States Air Force Academy. Has always been a role model to me. He attended the academy and allowed me to get an up-close and personal experience and a look at everything. And from the very first visit, that's where I knew I wanted to be. And so, good on you, Tayson. Good on you, Traden, too. Goes a 3-1. Drop right back there to Wakamatsu. Out number 2.
Wakamatsu making a good quality pitch that time. Not down the heart of the plate, but just something, had a little movement on it. Got the comebacker and an easy second out there to start the bottom of the first inning.
Number 5, Ivor Brooks.
Here's Ivor Brooks now. Brooks, first pitch swinging, Raboy across the diamond, hitting over. Quick work. 3 up, 3 down. 1 gone. Nothing.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
You only get one brain. If you take a hit to the head, take it seriously.
Don't tough it out. Report it. Tell your coach or parent how you really feel.
And look out for your teammates. If something seems off, speak up.
You've got 2 arms,
2 legs,
2 eyes,
but only one brain. Protect it.
Play hard, play safe, speak up. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com.
Saturday, a season of dreams comes down to this. Who will make history and claim the crown? It's the Waiakea Foundation State Baseball Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official trophy providers for Spectrum OC 16 Sports. For all your special achievements, call Ryan. Mike's Engraving and Trophies are located in Waiakea. This is Calais Lunchbox. It is a local favorite. Oh, my God. The hamburger steak.
Oh, my gosh.
And the Hurricane Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that's good.
Amazing. And thankfully, the Mike's Engraving plaque made the trip as well. Little lunchtime out there. Shout out to everyone at Calais. We appreciate you. Support local businesses when you make the trip out here, and we love Calais. We appreciate you. As this one is lifted in the left, it's a towering shot and carrying at the wall, and it's at the track and pulled in. Oh my goodness, it's Austin. Jarrell Austin snags one from Sargent.
Wow. That is a great shot out there in left with Austin doing a great job. And you know what? Sargent can't believe it. He was a second baseman, and he was going to have a double all the way on this one, but he tracks this ball all the way. Watch the eyes and the hand coordination right here. Hand out, looking for the fence. Just a couple of steps from the outfield wall. Nice job out there by the young man.
That might be the farthest hit ball we've seen on TV here so far through 2 games and an inning.
And you know what? Every ball that we have seen hit that looks like it's going to be an extra base hit to left field has been caught.
Yes.
And 2 times we've seen it with bases loaded.
That one's slicing, starting right and going to left. And now this one goes to Logan Duran, route number 2. Miyaki Matsubayashi trying to tag one.
Yeah, Miyaki Matsubayashi really hit that one on the nose right at the outfielder in center field.
Right fielder.
Here comes Caden Anderson.
Caden Anderson.
Anderson knows a lot of these guys here for Waiakea. Give a little hug here to Tyson Baruela. There's Anderson. Mentally tough, physically tough too. You want someone to hype you up, it's Anderson. I mean, that's a first off the bus kind of guy. And Anderson also a hunter in the offseason when he's not doing this. And has had a ton of time to do it though.
What does he hunt?
And like boars and all that stuff too. And I asked him, what's the biggest thing like you've caught? And he said, with or without guts.
with jeez.
Because it matters, weight-wise.
I know sometimes like you're hunting like in the mainland, like my brothers and stuff, it's like deer. There's a certain season that it is, and there's a certain season like it's either with shotgun or with bow and arrow.
I've never hunted.
Me either.
I fished.
I fished too.
Yeah.
I get
hunt fish.
Hunt fish.
If that counts. 1, 2.
Yeah, I love fishing too.
Yeah. There's people who travel to Molokai sometimes just to go hunting too. Anderson flies this one, might be playable to the left side, foul territory, and got it. Inoue, inning over. Working fast through that, a couple of flyouts. And a roller coaster ride for Alston in left field, Logan Duran in center, and Inoue at third. All of them played perfectly here by Waiakea's defense.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Hawaii's Longshoremen.
You served your country. Now find a new mission with the Hawaii Longshore Division. Here you have a home, a place where your skills, discipline, and dedication are valued. Longshore men and women who have served bring an unmatched resolve to our docks. Just as you protected our nation, today you can serve Hawaii, the safety of your team, and our island's well-being. The Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, and honoring those who serve.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go. The Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download it now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. Oh, right through the beach. Great day to go surfing, too, all throughout the week, especially with the wind whipping like this.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Outside the hotel room today, just watching the ocean. Oh, man, it's beautiful out there.
And some of our crew went into the ocean. That's a story.
And did they come out? Okay.
They did. They did. Bottom of the second here. In the third of the order, here's Boston Kobayashi. And Kobayashi rips one and foul. Kobayashi, who came over from Hilo, he's been at Waiakea the last couple of years. He plans to go to Oregon State just for academics. However, still looking for that opportunity if somebody's willing to give him, a chance to join his team. Kobayashi, who has, that took a funny hop and off the glove, and Kobayashi's on. Oh, Sargent saw that one skip like a hot rock, and Boston finds a base.
That's one of the few times in this tournament that we have seen just a really bad hop single right there. But take another look at it. I mean, boy, it comes down. It looks like it's going to be an easy play, and all of a sudden, last second, just shoots right up in the air. Sargent unable to just barely get a glove on it. And on with a first knock of the ball game. It's Kobayashi.
They're in a divot there as you see Kobayashi parked over at first. Here's Clemson Julian, first baseman. And they go to Mineral Area College after high school. And the recruiting process took some time. In fact, his family's in the stands, too. With the younger brother, Tristan, who plays for the Andrews Braves AU program, 9-year-old. There'll be more Julians that are coming up through the line.
With nobody out, not showing bunt here the first couple of pitches. Coach Honda realizes it's early in this ball game. He's going to let him swing away here and give some confidence to the batter.
Kobayashi gets back to the bag. Kobayashi, by the way, his cousin, as he slides in here, Kobayashi's cousin, by the way, is one of our beloved co-workers in Emily's.
Nice.
Working with us here today. Yeah.
Okay.
We're in a Waiakea shirt. She's a proud Waiakea.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be cheering for anybody, but it's okay.
Yeah. it's in there for a strike. And now Julian trying to get on.
I think last night she had her shirt ready, but it was just in case Waiakea won last night, she would wear it today, right?
Hope it's washed. Here's a 2-2 count coming up here for Julian. Julian just an incredibly respectful guy. I mean, even when he came up through the varsity level, just kind of waited his time and worked really hard, earned his first base spot, and quickly found his voice with this group. Julian stays patient. That's outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
It's just a little bit off the plate on that one. Good eye at the plate there by Julian. I think with nobody out here, Coach Honda will have to put Kobayashi off in motion here. One, try to stay away from a double play opportunity, and two, just try to put a little more pressure on the defense here on Baldwin.
Draws a walk.
Well, first couple of batters to reach bases here for Waiakea here in the second inning. You got to be thinking here with Austin coming up, bunt situation here with runners at first and second. You've got to draw, I think, first blood here if you're Waiakea. Put more pressure on the quote-unquote home team in Baldwin.
Two Maui teams have lasted through the first 2 rounds of the tournament. Kamehameha Maui the other one. Here's Darrell Alston. And Alston really shot up in height. And grew about 4 inches, it seems, the last couple of years, and kind of followed him through his freshman year up until now. Kind of upped his velo too, and his arm strength. Alston lying inside near the hands. Waiakea's got a bunch of tall guys on this team too here, by the way. Logan Duran, sophomore pitcher. Avery Pfaff, the senior. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
That's huge. Yes. Those are the guys you want to walk off the bus first.
Absolutely, right? First baseman closes in, and Sargent. It's 1-1. Waiakea started the season losing to Hilo, 6-4. They had a tough one against Kea'au. The one tie that they had this year, because their 8-3-1 came against Kamehameha Hawaii, was tied 0-0 through 10 innings. Ultimately decided to end it as a tie. Waiakea went through the BIF tournament, knocking off Hilo, sweeping them in a 3-game series. Then a winner-take-all singular championship game against Kamehameha Hawaii. And Wakamatsu steps off. Yeah, it was a unique format.
in the BIF to determine their league champion.
It was. What was the one? Let's see, the 5th team was out. One plays 4. Or no, it was the 5 plays 4 first, right?
Right, in the playing game.
Playing game. And then that winner would take on a number 1 seed, 2 out of 3. And the 2 and 3 teams face off each other with 2 and 3. And then the winners, 1 game, winner take all.
Right. No throw there from Watanabe.
I think that's something that they'll look at after the season is done and try to look at it differently, because my understanding was it was changed, the format, right?
Yeah, we were being told.
Like 3 weeks before the end of the season.
Right.
So I think there is a better way to do it. It's just they're going to have to figure out the way to do it. They didn't want it. Originally it was supposed to be 1-4, 2-3, 1 game.
Yes.
And the 2 teams, then the 1 was 2 out of 3. Yeah. But then everybody would complain like, hey, they throw the number 1 guy against us. We have a chance to lose. Well, you should be better than that team then, right? So, I mean, that's my philosophy. Yeah.
But we see Chris Honda.
And then the longer your postseason goes, the more chance you run into rain, especially in Hilo, and then running into up into the HHSAA tournament as well.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 on here for Waiakea. Jarrell Alston. Three and 2.
Nice little wrinkle right there. And Wakamatsu.
Change up speeds to find his spots. Part of the Baldwin pitching brilliance has also been the infield, which for 6 innings yesterday played error-free ball up until the 7th inning.
and made it very interesting in that 7th inning.
They did. Alston swings and misses.
That's a huge out there for Baldwin and Wakamatsu to get the strikeout and keep the runners at 1st and 2nd base respectively. And again, the last couple of pitches by him taking something off the fastball. You can see out in front on that one again, Alston, the last couple of pitches there.
22, Tyson Barwell.
Here comes the catcher, Tyson Barwell, hitting in the 7th spot for the Warriors. Good first out here from the Bears. In a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 2nd. And Barwella doesn't pull there. Catcher's role is a significant part of how this team kind of operates. Barwella has shared time with Boston Kobayashi. Historically, I mean, Josh Ward was in that group too. Graduated a few years ago. Typically the communicators, they're the eyes. You see everything here in Barwella kind of shaping up to be that guy for the next couple of years for Chris Honda's group. And time taken here by Barwella.
And Wakamatsu taking a long time out on the mound on that way, trying to keep Kobayashi close over there. Gave him several looks back towards 2nd base to kind of keep him a very short lead out at 2nd by Kobayashi.
Barwella got the zone for a strike. Chris Honda came up to us today and said, none of you guys, I bet, have us in your box of destiny. Which I think was the funniest thing I ever heard a coach say. Like, biggest game of the season, that's the one thing that's on his mind.
That's right. Yeah. And you know, he said everybody was asking him too.
Yeah.
That was all the talk today on their breakfast, buffet or whatever they were eating at today.
I'm like, Coach, that's the thing you're thinking about right now. Like, you gotta play
Baldwin, get to the championship game, and you're worried about the box of destiny, right?
Oh, I love it.
Just trying to take a little bit off the pressure off themselves about the game itself, right?
I'm like, do the kids know about the box? And they're like, oh, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah. I'm like, all right, well. Igawa, this one popped up and fouled away. Barwella, excuse me. course, we talked about catchers, right? Jacob Egawa put also in there as one of those great leaders. And
Barnwell, one of those 400 hitters on this team. The guys who can swing the bat and drive in runs. Currently on a 4-game hit streak.
Waiakea struck early and didn't look back against Kaiser yesterday in their first game of the tournament in the quarterfinal round. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baruela pokes one up the middle. Will they send him? Kobayashi. Now he hesitated on a green light. Here he comes, and now will score. A delay in the outfield and retrieving the ball, and the Warriors strike first. 1-0.
Credit a single error in the outfield out there, allowing the run to come home, and Waiakea strikes first. You're right about that. Not sharply hit ball up the middle. You can see right there a funny hop in the outfield, and then unable to really put a handle on that ball to get it back in safely. Waiakea will take it any way possible. You know, both of these teams too, talking to them, especially last night, and Baldwin and both Waiakea, just all we have to do is move on. Move on. It doesn't matter how we get there.
Kalama Ulibis will come into courtesy run over at first base. Number 7 here for Waiakea. Tyson Honda, Waiakea Ko had to pump it, got the out at second, the turn not in time. Ko turned, had to readjust the grip, hesitated for a second. They only get 1 out of it.
Yeah, that's the difference right there. You can see the hesitation right there, just enough that they were not able to turn the double play. And this is very close over at first base. It's a great turn at second base, but boy, this defense for Baldwin is very tough, and that was a nice play out there by them.
The tie goes to the runner. Well, that's as close as you can get right there. There's Logan Duran. Duran loved watching him pitch all throughout the year. I mean, Duran is hungry like the wolf all throughout the Biff year. And
Duran?
Okay, yeah. Make it more obvious, huh? Just lay it out there. But the thing about Logan Duran, too, is what they've added this year when the Biff tournament just kind of build the bond. Because every time a run scores, Duran's got a basketball hoop. Someone holds up the hoop, someone gives the guy that scored the run a ball, and then they dunk it.
There you go.
Right in there. So other people, right, they give them like props, wear a hat, chain, whatever.
Yeah, we've seen it all, right?
Yeah. I like that one. Yep. Crossing sports.
We've seen bling.
That's right. Seen bling. It's all those chains, right? Duran hits in the number 9 spot. So Waiakea scores here 1-0. Already an early error in the game for the Bears. Throw, and back there goes Honda.
And a long look down here. And again, Coach Honda's taken a long time thinking about what he wants to do out there offensively here with first and third situations.
Pop it in there here to Duran. Pitching's going to be pretty good in the next couple of years for Waiakea. Shout out Baba Lancaster, the Hilo head coach. I mean, it's one of the rare occasions where we don't see him in the state tournament, but a great coach, a great staff, good team this past year too.
Yeah, really was. Had a chance to talk with him a couple times in the last few weeks.
It's kind of a rough stretch towards the end.
Yeah, but you know what? He told me, we'll be back. That's
when he says
the last thing he's told me is that we'll be back.
And when he says that, it's gospel, pretty much. That's a lock. The next pitch here for Wakamatsu will be the 30th so far. Trying to control the pace. Runners on the corners. Komatsu looked at Honda. Trying to pick him off earlier. Duran. Sky ball, right side towards Anderson. And the inning is over, but Waiakea scratches a run. And when you get a run here for the Biff Champs, you get a dunk. Give him the ball, put it up, throw it down.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Well, coming up tomorrow, we'll have the Division II championship game. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock on Spectrum OC16. That'll be at Les Murakami Stadium. Scott Robbs, the All-American Kelly Elms will have the call on that, and it'll throw over to us here in Maui for the Division I championship. We will see you then. Here comes Hurley Sung back out. The third inning rolls in a 1-0 Waiakea lead. Waiakea trying to get to the final for the first time since that 2022 season, where they won it here in this island, in Maui. Kika John Koilani leads it off here for the Bears as the 9-1-2 hitters. Uppercuts this one fouled back and out of play. All the coaches have said that this is the toughest state championship to win just because of what you had to deal with. The league seasons to try and simulate what the state tournament could be like, just like how the MIL does it. 3-game series, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Struck out here for Sung.
A little bit of off-speed pitch that time. Got him chasing that one a little bit outside. A good way to start the third inning here. He is now retired 5 in a row. Going back to the first inning. Again, we have seen throughout this tournament teams struggling a little bit, especially starting pitching in that first inning. And once they get by the first inning, they've kind of figured things out a little bit, and they kind of get into their routine and start pitching well through the next 3 or 4 innings of work. Sung seems to be finding his groove right now.
Top of the order now in Watanabe. Watanabe 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman. Benson Julian earlier. So staying level-headed here. Deals in there for a strike. His mom, Chablis, also a solid competitor, but in a little bit of a different sport. More of a dancer, a Tahitian dancer, competed in Tahiti.
Nice.
Big competitions for her. Fairly successful. But for Sung, again, we talked about that competitive fire stretches across a variety of different sports, which includes chess, by the way. When he was 7 years old, would always play chess with his grandparents.
I like chess. I'm not competitive, but I mean, I know how to move everything and just like to play once in a while.
Right? I'm just not a checkers fan.
Oh, checkers?
Yeah, that's just tough for me. So. Watanabe is on.
Or go stop, you know, like 5 in a row.
What is go stop?
It's got like the black little, looks like M&Ms. white and black kind of M&Ms. You put them on there and you kind of get 5 in a row.
I don't know. I thought that was Connect 4.
Go.
It's not Connect 4. I thought it was 5. Like the red. No, the red and yellow.
No, this was a different color.
Oh, we're in different generations.
We are.
What is it called? 5 and Go?
I think it's like called Go Stop or something like that.
Okay, we'll look into it. I don't know what to get you for Christmas.
No. It's okay.
Can't wait for post game tomorrow. We can play 5 and Go.
Play Uno.
Sebastian pumps that one foul across the first base side.
Were you a big board game player?
Huge.
Growing up?
Yeah. I love it.
Everything.
Stratego, I was a big fan of.
Oh, yeah. Battleship, Monopoly.
Yeah. Mousetrap, but I would just set up the mousetrap and not even just play the game. You just set it up and you just trigger the mousetrap.
Jenga?
I don't know if it's a board game, but I put it in there.
It's a game, yeah.
This one kind of just nubbed right to Julian. We'll try and go to second, get that out. Brooks, the relay out there, and safe over at first. So they get the lead runner out. 2 gone here.
That's exactly what you want to do in that situation right there. That's a nice play out there. Just making sure of the lead runner with a nice little delivery over at second base. You don't really want to rush that throw there. You get yourself away on the inside part of the line towards the pitcher's mound side and give your shortstop a good feed out to second base.
And now here comes Jevin Raboy. See Raboy's numbers from yesterday. Oh for 1 today. Runner goes. Throw here from Baruela to Tamiya. Easy slide there for Sebastian.
That one stole on Sung right there. That was a pretty good delivery from the catcher. You can see right there, trying to keep the ball low, give a second baseman a nice little hop at second. But a really good jump by Sebastian over at first base going to second. Again, we have seen very few runners thrown out in this tournament.
Raboy rips one foul. Boy, the third baseman, he's had to deal with a couple of injuries over the course of the last couple of years. Fought through it and battled through it, showed that toughness, as we mentioned. Boy, will be a nice fit over at Hawaii Pacific University. He chops this one, though. Long run here for Brooks, throwing on the run, and Julian got him. And the inning is over. This Waiakea defense, as good as it gets in the state. The BIF champions showing up. 1-0 as we head to the home half of the third.
Aloha, Mike Latronic here, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Calling our car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV, Hawaii's only automotive show. Here's what's on this week. From imports to classics to hot rods and everything in between, we head out to the 2025 Hot Import Nights. Then we head out to Cars and Coffee with Ed Kemper. Island Driver TV exclusively on Spectrum OC16s on Saturday nights at 7:30 and all through the week.
Aloha, I'm Dut Leandro. Join me as I visit with local chefs, musicians, and kamaina who all share the love of good grinds.
Another key to his successful poke is fresh fish. Fresh fish meaning it's 100 feet from the store. And they go every day to Honolulu Fish Auction and pick up their fish.
Tune into Dut's Grinds and Good Times Monday at 9:30 p.m. and all throughout the week, only on Spectrum OC16.
Well, coming up here for the Basebos, they will take on UC San Diego, winding it down in the conference season. It goes down May 15th. Spectrum Sports gets you going out there. And, of course, Hawaii taking one off of Oregon State when Oregon State was in Manoa.
I think that win knocked Oregon State out of the top 10.
I think they were fluctuating. Like, they were, like, what, 3, then 12 and 7. It's been ping-ponging. The bottom of the third inning. Here's Jesse Inoue to lead it off. Top of the order here for the Warriors. Waiakea coming in here after winning their last 5 consecutive games. Which is wild because at one point this team was 3-3-1.
Yes. And people are like, what is going on at Waiakea?
Jesse Inoue says, we're here to stay. Punches one to the left side for his first hit on the day.
I'm a big fan of when I'm at bat looking for the first ball I see, first pitch coming in, because I know the pitcher's going to try to get ahead of me with his best pitch on that first one. And you see right there, try to stick the fastball in, and Inoue drives it through the left side of the infield. Again, 1 run, you've got to be thinking here, I need at least 3 more runs if you're Coach Honda.
Yeah. This one is down and finally picked up. To me, I looked at the guys like Devin Garza, who was a great infielder, and over to Salt Lake Community College, out of it. So just how he handled others and being a leader, something he kind of emulated and try and carry through his varsity career. And Tamia is as good of a second baseman you're going to find here. And it's just back to the bag goes Inoue. Yeah, he said, Garza got us out of slumps and helped kind of pick us up. He would allow us to maximize our strength as a whole, and Tamia has carried that over. And Tamia's not the biggest of guys, by the way, but his level of play, both sides, speaks volumes and is massive for this program.
Well, you've got to be strong up the middle, and he provides that glove up at second base side, right? And he also provides that stability at the plate, a guy who can put the ball in play, a contact type hitter who can hit and run, hit behind the runner, and also bunt the guy up. And I think this is a bunt situation here for the young man.
And bunts this one foul.
Again, showing late there and trying to drag this one up the first baseline. And again, if you know you're going to sacrifice bunt, it's one of those things that's a pet peeve for me. Show early. Don't show late, because you give yourself, let everybody in the ballpark know you're going to bunt the ball, but bunt it then perfectly. Let that ball just come off like a sponge off the bat and just deaden it somewhere. Too much movement sometimes, and you're not able to really put that bunt down and execute well.
Tries to drop it down again. Trickles foul.
That's kind of what I'm talking about right there. He tries to, he's going to sacrifice bunt, but then all of a sudden, as soon as the motion of the pitcher, Wakamatsu starts, then he starts to put the bat out there. I mean, show early, and so let the defense know, and you can actually see where the third baseman or the first baseman are coming, and you have an idea then of where you want to put the angle of the bat to go.
And Tamia pokes one again, foul. And he credits a lot of his success to his grandparents, Earl and Donna Tamia, Gwen and Eugene Narimatsu. So they're the people I can go to, and they're the ones that support me no matter what. Through the good times, through the bad times, through the difficult times. There've been not a lot of difficult times in the sense of the end of the regular season, but during the regular season, when you're playing against Hilo and Kamehameha Hawaii, those can be troubling, but Waiakea always finds a way to kind of break through.
Well, I think a lot was expected of Waiakea this year as well, right? When you get off to that slow start, and probably at that point in the season, you were number 3 in the BIF behind both Hilo and Kamehameha Hawaii. So at that point there, it's like, okay, are we even going to make it to the postseason? But you're right, they always find a way. They went on that win streak there. I think it was a 5-game win streak late in the season.
Yep.
And you know what? They always seem to do well in the postseason. They're 4-0 right now in the postseason. And right now looking like maybe the top dog in the first semifinal matchups here.
Yeah.
I mean, the way things are going right now, and got that, that one game bye coming in. So pitching, not that bad right now.
Tamiya stays patient, and it pays off.
That's a great at bat by Tamiya anyway, right there. He was up there trying to sacrifice bunt. He really did not look comfortable there. The first couple of pitches, fouled off a couple of bunts, fell behind the count, and then really worked the count, and Wakamatsu ended up picking up the walk down to first base. A couple of guys on now, nobody out, and the middle of that order coming up for Waiakea.
Ivor Brooks now. Here for the Warriors. Can he keep it going? Showed it. The throw goes to Ko. It took a hop, and Watanabe tried to tag him with that throw. Back to the bag goes Inoue. Kohler's got a shading over to the left side of the field.
You can see right there, and that's exactly what you like to see from your catcher there and your defense. Guys looking for a bunt, you're getting those extra couple of shuffle steps off the bags out there. They bunt through it. Look to throw behind one of them and see if you can get a pick off.
Drops down a bunt, does Brooks. Wakamatsu turned to third, now goes to first, safe. And the bases are loaded for Waiakea here in the third.
Well, this was a communication problem, I think, here for Baldwin on this play right here. There was no way that they were going to get him at third base. Right here, your catcher has to say first base right away. Wakamatsu turns, pivots, looks to third, and when he looks to third, that allows the batter runner Brooks to beat out that bunt single.
Now here comes Boston Kobayashi. A chance to break it open.
Wow, it's one of those tight ball games too. The Bears are going to play the entire infield in here about halfway. Trying to get the lead runner forced at home plate.
And there for a strike. Kobayashi was a junior last year, now a senior. He lost 7 seniors a year ago, and he said that the difference between this year's team and last year's team is a lot of our guys, such as myself, got to bond together last year. So I feel that this makes our team's chemistry much stronger. My role is to just help the team in whatever way I can. Right now he can help his team in a big way. Then he kind of hit. He went for it all and got the dirt.
See, that's the mentality, Felipe, you like to have as a coach. Like players like that, say, I want to help the team any way I can right now. They're not thinking about overall stats, and that's a good thing. You're talking about, hey, runner at second base, force myself to hit it to the right side of the infield, give up the out, and force him to third base, or, take one for the team, or whatever I can do offensively.
From a starting catcher to a DH, he says whether it's hitting in the lineup, cheering for my teammates who are hitting, or on defense, or warming up pitchers in the bullpen, he's there. He's that guy.
And you've got to have those guys. I'd like to have about 20 of them.
Yeah. Kobayashi chops that one foul. Remember, this is a team that lost to Kamehameha in the regular season. So it taught us not to give up when times get tough, continue grinding. That experience taught us about grit. And more importantly, so many people talk about, how do we win together? Not a lot of people talk about, how do we lose together? Are we doing the right things to avoid those situations? And so, it made us stronger for the future. And the future, as you mentioned, has won 4 consecutive playoff games in the league seasons and here in the state tournament. Kobayashi pokes one foul. Boston, by the way, family big Red Sox fan, as you would imagine.
Of course they are.
And born the year where they won the World Series in 07.
Oh, wow. His middle name's not Fenwick, is it?
It's not.
Or Fenway.
No. And it's not cream pie either, in case you're wondering. Nothing in 2.
This is where Wakamatsu really needs a strikeout in this instance here for Baldwin.
Kobayashi, Raboy goes home. Watanabe force out. Throw to first. Got him. Perfectly played here by the Bears.
Well, they got exactly what they needed in that instance right there. They did not get the strikeout, but they got the double play. And a double play right here gets the lead runner. Catcher with a mask off, clears himself of the runner. Nice snap throw back over to first base. Boy, and Baldwin really needed that one. And you can see Coach coming out right now talking about that same thing. We've talked about it before, about that batter runner running down the first base line, right? And really talking to a couple of umpires, the last day or so. That's a dead ball. He's out, and you move the runners back. And I think that's exactly what Coach Okita was questioning right there. Was he inside the line there? And if so, would that mean the runners would go back to first and second, respectively?
Clemson Julian drew a walk in the second inning. Steps in the third now. And uppercuts this one. Can Baldwin get it done and end the inning? Miyaki Matsubayashi does it. Inning over. Baldwin clutches up again with their defense. Waiakea had the bases loaded, grounded into a double play and a fly out later. The lead remains just one for Waiakea.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
Thursday, Hawaii hosts the UC San Diego Tritons in its final home series of the season. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Right through the drive-thru for the Jack in the Box game summary. Well, 1 French fry and a whole bunch of onion rings here.
Yes.
Just scoreless for the Bears. That top line, just 1 hit and 1 error. Then 1 run and 4 hits here for Waiakea. Good job from Hurley, Song, and Justice Wakamatsu. What do you make of the pitching battle we've seen here so far?
Yeah, fantastic so far. I mean, as expected. I always think that the Waiakea's got an ace up their sleeve here with the bye coming in, throwing their number 2 here today. But, Baldwin, they got a lot of pitchers. They played that 3-game series, so hey, this is the 3rd game in their series. And with Perry Waikiki throwing yesterday, he was basically their number 4 guy at the end of the year, basically. So.
Yeah. Malarasanga, this is up high. Middle third of the order here for the Bears. Here begin the 4th inning. Waiakea graduated 7 seniors a year ago. A ton of talent in that group. Lauren Iwata, player of the year in the Biff. Isaiah Justo, an excellent infielder for that group. A pretty good senior class of 2024. Gavin Nishida, Lucas Yamanaka. Here for Waiakea this season. A good amount of 4-year varsity guys. Craig Okita said, for the Bears this season, we tried everything at times, and we couldn't execute the simple plays. Sometimes we looked terrible. Other times we looked okay. Sometimes we looked great. And he got the game that he wanted from his group, albeit with just 1 error, but still knocked off number 1. They did just enough. It was just 1-0. And only had 1 hit.
1 hit, too. 1 hit. But, I mean, talking to them after the ball game, he had the biggest smile on his face last night, just like he won the championship, because I don't think he really realized the impact that, knocking off number 1 and doing it the way they did and how his team's going to react coming out today. right. I mean, they're gelling at the right time too, Baldwin. And that's what you want to do. I mean, you don't want to have your best games put in the beginning of the season, right? And then kind of, work your way into the champion or the playoffs at the end. You want to, gel towards the end. You got your chemistry going. People are playing the right way, and everything's kind of flowing a certain way. Yeah. That's what Baldwin's been doing lately, and so is Waiakea.
Oh, swinging a high one, and that one twirled foul on the third base side.
He kind of tomahawked that one. You're right. That was up in his eyes. Ooh.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error here for the Bears. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Warriors.
Another good thing, too, about this game today is we're on time. And so both teams realizing that, right? You come out and you've got a certain way you want to prepare for the ball game. You're not waiting around, like 30 or 40 minutes, after the scheduled game time.
Yeah, good point. I mean, kind of like how it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, some of the games got pushed back about 45 minutes, and yeah. Look at this. Arasaga.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is a 4-seamer right on the hands. He probably is lucky he didn't have a bunch of splinters on that one. How about that wood bat league, right?
Yep. Here for some. And Hawaii Wood Bat Academy.
And there's an actual way to hold a wooden bat too, so you don't break it.
Oh.
It's like basically you've got the label on it, kind of facing up, and then you give it like a quarter turn, and that's it. It's kind of facing out, so when you swing, that label is not going to hit the ball.
You know, there's that new sports venue at Pearl Ridge, back on Oahu, where you can kind of take some swing. I'll work on that. I don't think they'll have any wood bats, but
I got one for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have a torpedo one?
I know. I got one I played with. It's called what is it called? A P72. That's the brand, the model.
It sounds like a very premier model, like a very upscale. Did you get that Neiman Marcus or something?
No, it wasn't that expensive.
To the right side, this one punch foul here for Waiakea Co.
Well, that's the other thing too in pro ball. You got to order your bats too, right? I mean, at least you got to order like a dozen at a time. And you have to get like maybe 2 for batting practice. You tape them up and whatever, and the rest are for game.
Well,
you've always got to have at least 2 or 3 ready just in case one breaks during the game.
Cole gets it down up the middle. Cole did some phenomenal things yesterday against Kamehameha Kapalama. Yeah, he had the 1 error, but ultimately he found ways to break through. And guys that play at the highest level just know how to win, and he's one of them, and he gets on with a hit.
You can see right there, he kind of went down, he kind of waited for that pitch, a little bit of an off-speed pitch, and then just laced it into center field.
Colton Sargent now ready to step in. The tying run aboard here for the Bears in the 4th. Flew out to left in the 2nd inning. And Sargent, this is inside and therefore a ball. You can get a Louisville Slugger P72 between $135 and $160. There's a Michael Jordan one. It's more than $6,000.
A P72?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Back there.
That's probably like him signed when he was playing for the Birmingham Barons down in AA.
Yeah. He turned out all right. Surprised it's not like a P23, considering it's Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Of course, that would be his basketball number on the baseball side.
Yeah, there are all kinds of numbers for bats, too. S216 was one of the first ones I used.
It's down.
Matter of fact, my pal Joey Meyer was here yesterday, right? I'm sure he went through a lot of bats.
Especially when he hit one, 580? What was it?
582 feet. He played with Glenn Braggs and Chuck Krim in the major leagues. Matter of fact, one of the famous broken bats is Glenn Braggs when he was with the Cincinnati Reds back in the 1990s.
All right, well, it's thrown to first.
Swung, missed, broke the bat on his back shoulder. He swung so hard. Yeah, he swung through, missed the ball, and broke the bat on his back.
How many broken bats you did?
Oh, plenty. I can't count that.
Time taken here by Chris Honda to have a discussion
I did see one guy break 4 bats in one game. Same guy. Yeah.
What he hit?
Nothing.
Well,
got no hits out of it.
A little rough. Chris on to talk with Hurley Sung out there.
Matter of fact, he's still teaching batting now in California. Bill Carlson.
Wow. 2 great coaches, too, here, as we mentioned, this tournament back on the island of Maui and Iron Maihara Stadium for the first time since 2022. Look at the last 5 tournaments here at Iron Maihara Stadium, right? Waiakea knocked off Baldwin, Punahou, Kinsui. That's his landmark victory for him. And that program, and Kinsui is a great coach. Then Baldwin, that was John Biela's year when they knocked off Pearl City. That Mid-Pacific Mililani one, that was the one which started here. Yep. And then it got moved because of the rainstorm, essentially.
That's right.
It got dumped.
To like Monday over at Les Murakami?
Actually pushed it to a Tuesday.
Oh, was it Tuesday?
Yeah. So, through it all, I mean, this island has been such a great spot for baseball. Out of the timeout, the throw towards Tamiya. That one gets into center, now taking off and running. Over to third and sliding in there is Ko. Sargent gets on with a walk, and Ko, who was nursing some back pains a couple of days ago against Kailua, just hustling over.
Yeah, so there'll be an error on the catcher out there. No stolen base in the place. This is the ball 4. But he goes down to third base now, first and third, and now the Bears threatening here to tie this one back up at 1 apiece.
Kaden Miyake Matsubayashi. Had some clutch plays over and left yesterday. Ooh, this was near him. Had a duck underneath that. Didn't see too much activity in the pen on the Waiakea side. Relied on Sung here. Critical point here for Baldwin trying to tie it up. And now, yeah, maybe add some more speed on the base pass possibly.
Yeah, we got time called right now. Coach Okita coming out right here, possibly making a change here. You're right. On the base pass.
Got Sargent out there because the go-ahead run is aboard.
It's running for Colton Sargent over at first base is number 2.
So a lot of these guys do a lot of base running here. Eli Nouchi. Of course, Baldwin has that great infield on their campus where the defense can really hone in their skills. And for Nouchi, they got a lot of steps in. Let's say that. Running up on campus. The tying run the most important here. It's Ko at third. As we mentioned, his brother Caleb Miyake Matsubayashi played this program last year on a graduation. Here in the 4th, Sung no throw anywhere.
Got to be thinking right now, just Coach Okita's going to turn him loose here at 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out. If it gets to 2-1, I think they're going to try the double steal.
Underneath it and fouled it out of play.
Well, they turned him loose, but they also turned Nouchi loose at first base as well. Trying to make something happen here.
Game 1 of our doubleheader, Kamehameha Maui and St. Louis coming up next. Just framed it nicely there.
It looked like he took something off the fastball there, maybe even a BP fastball or even a changeup on the outside part of the plate to even the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield playing double play depth up the middle.
Runner goes and swung on and missed by Miyake Matsubayashi. A strikeout here for Sung. And a massive one in a 1-run game.
It really was. But they got the steal that they wanted to stay out of the double play situation, but they got the strikeout they wanted there. They're going to pitch a little bit up in the strike zone that time, but just enough to get it by him for out number 2.
Now here comes Caden Anderson, the kid out of Kihei. Grew up country too. Played club ball for the Hawaii Tigers. Youngest of 4 kids in his family, and now with this Baldwin baseball family, hoping to help the brothers out. He lifts one in the air to right. Going back there's Honda, and he pulls it in. And the inning is over. So both teams making things a little itchy for the other. A bases loaded situation for Waiakea. Tying run for Baldwin. Nothing comes across the plate for either.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Backed by popular demand, garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Zippies.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
Well, coming up tomorrow, we'll have the final game of the baseball season. Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza. It's the Waiakea Foundation Division I Baseball State Championship. It's on Spectrum OC16, the Spectrum News app. It's one of 2 championship games we'll have for you on Spectrum tomorrow with the Division II Championship in Manoa at 4 o'clock. And shout out to the Parks people. They have, man, they're artists, right?
Yeah.
Just the straightest of lines. And also, you know, picture perfect stencil work.
Yep. And you tell you what, and you know, that championship game tomorrow, I don't care who's in it. I think we're going to get a championship, one to remember, I think, because these 4 teams that are in here today, no matter who wins it, it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight tomorrow.
I agree. As long as we end by midnight. Here's Alston.
And the reason for that is?
Just go.
But we're all flying out Sunday morning anyway, right?
That's right.
For Mother's Day.
And Alston, check his swing, found the zone there. Here from Wakamatsu. Yeah, big day this weekend, huh? Mother's Day coming up,
right.
Yeah. Of course, your wonderful wife.
Yeah.
Right, Mary, and then wonderful Tracy, Jimmy's wife.
Your mother.
My mother.
Yeah.
And Alston shoots this one, and making the grab, Miyake Matsubayashi. That ball was dying quick.
You ain't a kid, man. He came a long way for that one. He was playing fairly deep in left field and had to come into shallow left center to make this catch. Miyake Matsubayashi really does a great job here, getting on the horse right there, loses his cap, and just stretches out the last second to make the grab.
That guy is really good. It's absolutely perfect so far here. Defensively in the tournament.
We talked about the defense for this Bears team, man, and not only the infield, the outfield can go get it as well.
Baruela takes that for a strike. Baruela had the single in the second. One miss there. Here for Baruela, hitting in the 7 spot. The Warriors' losses this year to Hilo, Kamehameha Hawaii, and Hilo, the season opener. Those 2 Hilo losses, in fact, all 3 of them decided by just 2 runs or less. So it's just razor-thin margins from essentially a perfect season.
Mm-hmm.
Baruela swings and misses. Down he goes, round number 2.
Wakamatsu's got that sneaky fastball. Just kind of, you sit back there, you're looking for it, and all of a sudden it's right by you. Good movement, little two-seamer down and into the righty.
There's Kaisen Honda, son of Chris Honda. His brother Dylan Honda caught the final out in the 2022 final to win the state championship. And Kaisen Honda towards Miyaki Matsubayashi. This guy is out of this world. He's done it again. Laying it all out. Kaden says, Kaden, we out. 3 phenomenal plays.
Our Hawaii Longshore Division knows it takes all hands, and it's with hard work, dedication, and aloha that the women on the waterfront help keep our harbors on the move. From administration to dockside, they're a vital part of our union, lifting each other up and carrying our islands forward. Together we stand Ohana strong. We are the Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, our islands.
Hardware Hawaii, your Mapunapuna hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Mapunapuna, our experienced team is happy to help you with any of your home project or construction job. Meet our contractor, sales specialist Jerry.
I've been in the business for over 20 plus years. Our team is here, ready and willing to help you find what you need.
So come on down. We're here, ready to help. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Mapunapuna.
Elevate the way you watch University of Hawaii and local high school sports. On TV, online, and on the go. No matter where you are, the excitement is at your fingertips with Spectrum Sports and Spectrum OC16.
All right, so here's Clemson Julian, the terrific first baseman on his way to Mineral Area College to play baseball after high school. His younger brother Tristan's in the house, and he made a sign. I got sniped by a 9-year-old who plays for Andrews Braves club team. There you see the wonderful mother out there. So we appreciate you. And Tristan, thank you so much.
He just took one of your stickers and blew it up.
I think they did. I was just absolutely blown away when I saw that. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh. Here's Fujioka now, pinch hitting to begin this inning for the Bears. Top of the 5th, hitting on the 9 spot. Well, maybe a chance to try and, build some steam elsewhere. Goes to Brooks, hustling over. Ivor Brooks, I mean, he can move at 100 miles an hour. He can move at 10 miles an hour. No matter what, that ball is going to be on the money every single time.
Yeah, both of these teams right now just slapping a lot of leather out there defensively, both in the outfield, infield. Nice job right here coming in and throwing one on the run. Not easy to do, just take one step and unleash one over to first base. Again, we are already in the top of the 5th inning.
And here's Kai Watanabe. Away there for a ball.
We haven't seen too many high-scoring games this week. I think one of the highest-scoring games we saw was the Kaiser Roosevelt, 7-6.
Right.
Everything else has been like in the 3, 4s, 5s, maybe once in a while.
You see higher scores on the consolation side.
Yes.
Where Kamehameha Kapalama won. Easily 10-0 over Kaiser, and. But typically in those games, if that's in there for a strike to Watanabe, everyone's going to play.
That's right. That's
Everyone
what it's
plays.
For. Yeah.
You don't throw as hard. You still play competitive. It's more of a senior curtain call.
Yep. I agree.
Those consolation games.
I think Mililani, too, was earlier today. And if I'm not mistaken, Wada got the start today. And he was throwing, I think, 90% knuckleballs today.
Of course, Caleb Wada, the former Waiakea pitcher after transferring over, and did a good job to help lead that group. And 2-0 OIA championship as Watanabe gets underneath that and flies it away.
When we talked to Coach Akita, I think a couple of nights ago, he says we're gonna have to hit to win this tournament. And they've done it pretty good so far with very little hitting, but I think he is starting to see something that he needs to do here recently, especially today, and if they win today, tomorrow.
Marley Sebastian will step in. The tying runs on again. Marley Sebastian's family, I mean, they're just amazing people, which includes Derek Sebastian's father, who is just a man of many talents. Athletically, musically, actually helping out concession stands too, and just authored a book too called Daydreaming with Purpose. So back there's Watanabe.
Nice little quick move by Sung over to first. Well, we're right near the concession stands too, man. You can start to smell things cooking up right here now. The line getting long.
Great. Over to second goes Watanabe.
Great jump by Watanabe again, and again stealing that one on Sung, because the pitch was not that bad, but he just could not get a good grip on it at home plate. Getting it out to second base there, so.
Here in the top of the fifth, runner on at second. Sebastian, that one. Sebastian was nursing an arm injury earlier too this week. Dealt with that pain, playing through it, and he touches this one foul.
Sebastian's one of those guys too. It's one of those get on base guys for Baldwin. Always seems to find a way to get on base and scores. One of the team leaders in runs this year for them. And coupled with double figures in runs scored.
Sebastian again. Chops that one. There's 50 wins as a program in the winner's bracket side of a state tournament. 1541.
Wow.
And there was pride, there was tradition, there was success, obviously. Won the state title in 2016 and 18 with John Viella and Shane Dudawa as the head coaches, respectively.
Yeah, we kind of reminisce with both of those last night on the field.
And for the Bears, this is their 49th state tournament appearance.
Wow. If I'm not mistaken, and I haven't seen it recently, but I think they're the first state champions, right? Going back to like 1960, I think, or maybe even the 50s.
In 1959, and it came when the tournament was just a 6-team tournament, and they had 9 innings in those games.
Yeah.
It was a 6-team, 9-inning era that lasted 10 years from 59 to 1968.
Wow.
Tomotsu Omoto was the winning head coach there. In fact, they knocked off Waipahu 10-3 in that one. And a win here today, so when you take into account, by the way, the winner's bracket and the consolation side, a win here today for Baldwin, it's their 70th state tournament win.
Wow.
So they have 50 on the winner's bracket side, and in total, winner's bracket and consolation, it would be 70 if they are able to win. But right now they're trailing by 1, with the tying runs in scoring position. And Sung gets him walking.
Kind of handcuffed him that time. Song got the fastball in on the hands and unable to put the bat on the ball. Out number 2. You can see the nice four-seamer there by Song. Waiakea needed that strikeout there.
Here's Raboy.
It's only strikeout number 3 for Sung.
Boy, trying to get off the schneid. 0 for 2. Ben's in there for a strike.
You know, interesting too when you're talking about, you know, what places they do. They do all the way to really 4th, well, what is it, 8th place, 7th place games.
Yeah. Consolation, like
consolation game.
Yeah.
The losers here usually play a 3rd place game tonight.
Raboy left side, deep there is Brooks. Long throw. It took a long way to get there, and he got him. Wow.
You're right. It was losing juice, losing steam, but a couple of hoppers over to first base to end the threat there in the top of the 5th.
Wow. What a throw there from Brooks, deep in the hole, and the threat over. Time to stretch in the semifinals.
We are the Runners, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
How's it? It's Lanai. Get ready for a brand new season of Lanai's Travel Club on OC16. Join us as we explore the tastes, textures, and traditions that define each destination.
Oh, it's so good. I think I'm turning Japanese.
This season, we're kicking things off in Tokyo, Japan, but that's just the beginning. This show will take you all over the world, from Japan, Portugal, Korea, China, the Philippines, and some other amazing cities. So don't miss it, only on OC16.
The series continues here for Rainbow Warrior Baseball as they take on UC San Diego. It goes down on Spectrum Sports. Game on Crew, May 16th gets it going.
H2O coming our way.
That's right. Love Ari. Beloved. You're a part of our crew. And we appreciate her and our great crew. Yeah, you know, our camera operators, best in the state by far. And, you know, sometimes they need a little hydration. And Ari, always willing to be a team player. We appreciate you, Ari, and our crew as well. Oh, we got a tip, right? Do we have the tipper?
That's right.
I think, right? I hope so. Yeah. The review, pretty good. No, speedy delivery.
That's right. With a smile.
Sanitary. A lot of smiling. Yeah, sure. That's a 5 stars. Well done. Thank you, Ari. There's Logan Durans, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters here for Waiakea. Durant fouls this one back to the screen. We're expecting a close game. We expected a pitcher's duel. And what does that yield? Well, of course, a pitcher's type score, 1-0.
It's one of those games, and it's, you know, there have been threats in this game, but again, we've seen it night in and night out. Defense just, you know, 86ing those threats.
This one flying foul. It's a goody ball.
Goody. Haven't had that yet.
Oh, we got a couple more days to go. Yeah. And by the way, and again, this is just a shout out to all the local businesses too. When the state tournament comes here, 0-2. That's in there. Struck him out.
Nice pitch by Wakamatsu on that one. Just snuck that one in there. Pitcher's pitch right there, low, outside corner. Got the call.
6 consecutive batters now knocked down by Wakamatsu. Going back to the 3rd. And the top of the order now, Jesse Inoue. And Inoue tries to drop down a bunt. Raboy barehanding it, and the throw in high and wide.
That's a pretty good bunt up the third baseline. He legged that one out pretty quick. Going to give him an error on that play. That was a do or die kind of play over at third base. Tough error there on the young man. You see right there, it would have been a bang play because he had to barehand that ball defensively.
Officially, the HHSAA is going to score it as a single.
Well, they did pop up error on the scoreboard there, so they're going to have to change that.
So exactly, yeah. We're being told by Kyle Goldera, who's the official scorekeeper of the HHSAA, they will rule it as a single. And this one, touch foul here by Tayson Tamiya.
I think that's the right call, too. I mean, it's a great play, you know, defensively when you're looking at third base over there. watch the effort here by Raboy. I mean, coming in there, bare-handing it, one effort over to first base. That was all he could do to try to eliminate the play. Again, small ball here. These two teams know it very well.
To me again, trying to take a measured approach, trying to advance, and now try to poke out. The throw from Watanabe skips by Ko.
It's a good jump over at first base. This is a design play here. They're showing bunt. It's a hit and run. You can see him right there slashing at the ball, trying to protect his base runner. The throw in the dirt, not able to pick it at second base. And now they've got a runner in scoring position here with one out. So now you take the bunt play off here if you're Waiakea. And Coach Honda really can't feel all that great with just a one-run lead here. We'd like to tack on at least one more.
Tamiya hacks at one, floating foul. Tamiya said the one thing he's going to miss when this is all over, as soon as it graduates, is this the brotherhood and the lifelong friendships that were made along the way. That's going to stand out. In addition to that, if they can get through today, get through tomorrow, it'll be a memory he'll keep with him for life when he goes to Air Force. A state championship win. Still a good amount of the game left, though. Bottom of the fifth. Tamiya. It's down. See the Biff honorable mention selection. Brother went to Air Force. He's following suit. One ball, two strikes. Tamiya chopping one towards Sargent. Wakamatsu covers the first base bag for out number two.
Nice job by Sargent going over there into the hole between first and second, making that play. Wakamatsu also a little PFP action going from the pitcher's mound over to cover first base bag. You see him going down after this. This ball's a little bit low. He went down and tried to pull this ball through the right side of the infield. Looked like it was going to be a little bit of trouble right from the get-go. But defensively, the Bears handled it pretty well.
Here's Ivor Brooks. Pokes at this one. Sebastian. Can he get a clean throw? Yes, sir. Inning over. Waiakea wanted a little bit more of a cushion. Baldwin bears down late again and snuffs it out. We've played 5-1-0.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all three Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
Kai was born to surf. Lonnie loves to dance. Jessica is her dog's best friend. What if they were your family and they got killed crossing the street? Each year in Hawaii, about 100 people die on our roads. We have a plan to get that down together. Not to 50 or 25, but to 0. Visit visionzero.hawaii.gov to support safer roads and save lives.
Saturday, a season of dreams comes down to this. Who will make history and claim the crown? It's the Waleonemene Foundation State Baseball Championships, only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Oh, the Parks people, amazing. Look at that. They got a stencil for us. They painted OC16. We love you so much. And again, in addition to the many hardworking people, I mean, some of the biggest heroes are the Parks group. We have about 8, 9 guys that have dedicated the week. All of them out there. Long hours.
Yes.
12, 14-hour days sometimes. We appreciate you all so much, and thank you to the county as well for allowing us to make house here and letting us visit. Wade Hondo, the athletic director of Baldwin, kind of leading the charge, but even Wade very deflective in terms of his praise. He just gives it to everybody else. So it is a family effort here, and it's become a great atmosphere. Brooks got one. Quickly here as Wasaga goes down. It's the middle third of the order here for the Bears in the 6th.
And good job by Brooks right there coming in. It's a sign of a good shortstop, and you come in right there and get that hop right where you want it, not an in-between hop. So he came in and made a nice play there defensively with the motion and everything going toward his movement going towards first base. Been impressed by this Waiakea and Baldwin team here defensively throughout the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Duck underneath that one here for Waiakea. The loser of this game, their tournament is not done yet. They will drop to the 3rd place game. And for the seniors, again, it's a big moment for them with graduations coming up.
Throughout the years too, we've seen a lot of just hand out. Okay, tied for 3rd place. They don't want to play, right? A lot of times, right?
Well, also sometimes, yeah, true. Also sometimes, right, the game is tied, right? And it's a 2-hour drop dead.
That's true.
Stop, right? So the score. So you get co-3rd places. This one floats up and goes foul. Yeah, nobody gets this far just to get this far.
Yes, that's right. That's
nobody
right.
works that hard to just get this far. And Bogo's been a great leader this year. We're going to miss him when he graduates.
I'm sure, you have like about 100 athletes, woke up this morning thinking, 2 wins and we're state champs. It's in the back of everybody's minds right now.
Fastball misses there. Those numbers. Two balls, 2 strikes. Foul back. What I love about this ballpark too, I mean, it's intimate, but it feels large.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
The viewing angles here, and no bad seats here, by the way. It just feels massive when you're sitting in the stands, and you kind of walk the grounds, and it's just like, oh, it's a brisk walk, and
got about maybe what?
This one to the left side by Coe. On for another hit.
Nice job by Coe in there, fighting off a couple of good pitches and finally getting something he likes and just rips it through the left side of the infield. 3rd hit of the ball game only for Baldwin, but they needed that one. Wouldn't be surprised here, Coe off and running the first couple of pitches. They found a niche here, stealing bases here in this ball game. They've been picking great times to run.
And sliding back there is Coe. Both teams have had a number of opportunities in this game to either extend the lead or grab the lead. But again, 2 of the best defensive groups you're going to find this state continue to just eliminate those chances. With the outs running out for 1, got to make some moves here. Pop up, Clemson Julian. Out number 2.
Sigh of relief there by Sung. The pitch was up in the zone there. Sargent not able to really get out in front of this one, popping it up into foul territory. An easy play over at first base. Now if you're Baldwin, I think you've got to steal. With 3 hits, they have not had more than 1 hit an inning thus far.
Miyake Matsubayashi. Did he transfer that energy on the defensive side in left field after a couple of phenomenal plays? Into the offensive side of the ball. For 1-0, and that one just over Ira Brooks's glove. Cole took a wide turn and had to get back to second base. Oh. The relay came right there. He's on safely. And for Miyake Matsubayashi, gets his first hit tonight.
Now, the first time in the ballgame, they have strung together 2 hits in an inning, and they needed that one right there. Oh, a big turn around second, and they fired it right in behind him, trying to catch him sleeping.
And now here comes Caden Anderson. Anderson 0-for-2. And here's Julian all the way to the bag, and the inning's over. Here's do it again, couple of hits, but they leave 2 on. Pressure on again. Home half of the 6. 1-0. Waiakea.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
It was important that 15 Craigside allow pets because Viva, our Havanese, is part of our family.
We looked at all the other alternatives for senior living, and 15 Craigside presented the most comprehensive senior living services, including guaranteed lifetime care.
From our personal experience, what I would say to anyone considering moving into 15 Craigside is don't wait, because the window of opportunity might not be there when you're ready.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Thursday, Hawaii hosts the UC San Diego Titans in its final home series of the season. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Hey, Felipe, we don't know about you, but we're feeling 22. Oh, that's a Taylor. Hey, Felipe, we don't know about you. We're feeling 22. All right, I got it. I love it. I love it. Where is that?
It's sad.
Oh, my gosh. What, 22? It's been wild. They're all over there. Oh, we appreciate you guys.
Show some stomach.
Yeah. Feeling 22. All right, Tyson Baruella. The signs have been very creative, by the way. Greg Keita.
Oh, you may have a change out there somewhere.
Come to this spot. Won't be the pitcher.
No. Maybe a new right fielder.
In the meantime, here's Boston Kobayashi in the bottom of the 6th. Chance for some insurance runs here for the Warriors. Boston Kobayashi talked about his plans to go to Oregon State after high school. And that transition has been fairly smooth from Hilo High to Waiakea. He said originally starting off at a different school. You know, I'm ultimately very happy with my decision to move to Waiakea. At the start of my high school career, I didn't think I would end up here at Waiakea, but I'm happy I've had because the teachers have been awesome, and he credits actually Principal Kelsey Koga and Athletic Director Kale Namohala for helping taking care of all the athletes too. And I mean, principals in 80s don't get a ton of shout-outs from athletes.
Yes.
I mean, that says a lot about the character of Boston Kobayashi and how good of a guy he is. This is mom Carrie and Tomita and Gain Kobayashi. Said, you know, you just got to be resilient. That's the #1 thing that taught him. Waited his time, earned a starting job. Kobayashi
To the right side, gets it down. Anderson will throw it. Safe is Kobayashi.
Just a 6th hit allowed by Wakamatsu in this one. Leadoff man aboard here, just for the third time in this ball game. You got to be thinking too, even with a big guy coming up here with the bat, you've got to be thinking playing for one more run here if you're Chris Honda.
Here is Clemson Julian. Watanabe no throw. And both of these catchers using that one-way communication earpiece to get the signals in. That's been added last couple of years to try and expedite the process of getting the pitches in. 4 strike. There you see the earpiece on the left side, kind of coiled up right there. It's really kind of helped a lot. It took some time for teams to get used to it, because other times you would have the wristband and sometimes the 3-digit system won't come in. Then you got to take time to make sure everyone's on the same page. That's a good job to at least alleviate that issue. Throw here, right to Ko to get the lead runner out.
Yeah, just that bunt right there by Julian just hit a little bit too hard. Nice job by Wakamatsu coming in. Good communication by the Bears there, trying to get that lead runner. One more look at it here. You can see right there, he's choked up a little bit, but he punches at the ball. When you punch at the ball, you're going to get that ball traveling a little bit further than you really want it to be.
Here's Jarrell Alston. Alston had a great catch over in left field earlier. Alston fans at that one. And Colton Sargent hit a big ball to left field. It kind of carried over to the track. Alston made the catch there. What could have been extra bags for the Bears early on in this game.
Wow. Pitching has been just outstanding in this tournament. The games that we have seen here, especially the ones, not the non-consolation games, let's put it that way. Wakamatsu here has just done a fantastic job here today, just scattering 5 hits.
Pitch 76 is a masher towards Raboy, in, throws to second, out to Sebastian, gets that, 2 gone.
Well played again by the Bears. You knew they couldn't turn a double play, so they at least got the lead runner. Sebastian over at second base, kind of stretched out, knew he wasn't going to make the turn towards first.
Alston gets on, and now here comes 22. Oh, we know about 22. For sure. On the last couple years, and a bright future for 22. Off speeder up the middle. Second hit of the day here for Baruela.
First ball swing, Barella just sees a fastball up in the zone, just puts the barrel of the bat on the ball and shoots it right back up the box. Wakamatsu tried to reach out there and just kind of like, oh, I should have had that ball.
Trying to add more speed on the pass again. We saw Olivas in to Curtis run earlier. This time no different. He's over at first base here for the Warriors. There's Kaisen Honda. Kaisen Honda flew out to left in the 4th inning. Waiakea, I mean, they played a lot of close games this year. We mentioned that 5-game win streak, but their last 3 games, in fact, their last 2 have been decided by 2 runs or less. 2 of their 5 consecutive wins in total. A 6th win will send them to the final tomorrow at 7 o'clock. He's looking at all the, the 2012 season, right? Quinton Torres-Costa, Cody Medeiros, those great pitchers, right? And then 10 years later, it was hard to believe that they went 10 years without a title. But they did get to the final in 2018, coming up short. And that one to Baldwin. The throw there is Alston. Just gets back there. And Waiakea has always been championship relevant the last 15 years. But the distances between their championships have been long stretches. They're hoping to end that by the end of this weekend.
Yep. Both of these teams right now playing very well. And they're playing well at the end of the season, right where they need to be. That's when you want to get hot. Granted, really, Baldwin hasn't really torn the cover off the ball this week, but they found ways to win.
Runners on first and second. Honda 1-1. In there for strike 2. And for this Waiakea team, I mean, collectively, their pitching has been great. Their bats have been hot and cold over the course of the year, but according to Grisani, he said, you know what, it's turning up at the right time. Honda. And stepping off, here's Wakamatsu. Well, we asked Chris Honda the question, and with respect to the other teams, the team that ultimately wins the state championship, are they going to be the best team in the state, or are they the best team this week? And generally, the coaches have said, there's so much good talent here. I think it's just the best team this week. And Waiakea hopes to become that team by the time Saturday hits, as Honda crushes one, but this one turned early and foul. Down the third base side and out of play. When you talk to Chris Honda, he's very caring about his program, and there are times where he's had to come down on the team because, hey, they needed leaders, they needed consistency. The chemistry was always there. There was a team that started 3-3-1 through their first 7 games. And now here they are 2 wins away from a title. But right now the focus, try and get maybe one more run. Maybe that'll be just enough. It was a 1-2. Honda underneath it. This one fouled away again. From the Baldwin perspective, I mean, it's been frustrating with the 12 consecutive year run of MIL titles, then broken by Maui last year, their first title since 08, and then this year losing the MIL title to Kamehameha Maui, their first title in 09, since 09. Baldwin had earned everything they've had, gotten to this point on a team that's won 14 games this year. 1-2. Honda on the ground. Raboy had to eat it up. Can he make the play? Oh, Sargent. Oh, his foot was off the bag. The throw would have been in time. It was a good recovery by Raboy on that third base side. As this one gets chopped to him, Sargent's back foot just kind of slides off, and this ball just has to be dug up a little bit, and that right foot slid further up the line. Right side of your screen there, and oh wow, that is closer than most. Rule that he slid off. The inning continues. Waiakea hoping to add more speed too. This is bang bang. It's one of the closer calls that we've seen in the tournament. Right there, foot not on the bag at that point. Does he recover enough? Still not. Oh wow, I think, wow, that is incredible. When you go, even when you go frame by frame, runner foot, first baseman's knee at the exact same time. And this one fouled across the first base side. You know, they tinker with different hitters in the bottom part of the order here for Waiakea. And now here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Cole Silva pinch hitting. There's a situation. The base is loaded. And Silva floats one. Miyaki Matsubayashi gets it. And again, Baldwin gets out of it. But now the real work to be done. 6 innings wasn't enough. Can Baldwin get at least one to extend it? Off we go to the 7th on Spectrum OC16.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Chicken? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
You served your country. Now find a new mission with the Hawaii Longshore Division. Here you have a home, a place where your skills, discipline, and dedication are valued. Longshore men and women who have served bring an unmatched resolve to our docks. Just as you protected our nation, today you can serve Hawaii, the safety of your team, and our island's well-being. The Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, and honoring those who serve.
So it comes down to this here, Marcus Owens. A Hurley Sung win to try and shut things down and send Waiakea to the finals. Baldwin's come so close every single time. Do they have enough Maui magic in them to do it again? That'll be the question, and we remain to be seen.
Yeah, Sung out for his 7th inning of work, trying to get the CG here. 4-hitter so far. Complete game, 4-hitter shutout. 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. Coming up to this point.
This is Dylan Wellerstein. Dylan Wellerstein was a great football player the last 3 years of this program. Wellerstein is pinch hitting in this spot. The 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Wellerstein a couple years ago coming over from Colorado, and here he is now. They kind of bulked up in the offseason, put on some good strength too, and Wellerstein. And there for a strike.
Yeah, taking all the way right there, 2-0 pitch. Any way to get on right now, Wellerstein. Look for the bean, base hit, walk. Baldwin needs base runners.
On the ground. Brooks, it kicked off of him. A flawless first 6 innings for Brooks. And just like that, Baldwin with life here, and the leadoff man aboard.
Got the in-between hop right here, and just ate him up a little bit. You can see right there, you never want to get that. Give yourself that longer hop to pick up the pace right there and make the throw, because Wellerstein not a great runner going up the line here to first base, so he had some time.
Devin Inokuma will come in.
Well, it's just what the doctor ordered there for Baldwin.
Can you imagine being Inokuma right now? Fresh off the bench, and now your time, and you represent the run that could extend this to the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, to keep your season alive.
A 14-3 Bear team. All 3 losses to Kamehameha Maui. But in the 5 innings against Kamehameha Maui, they had 23 errors.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We have 3 errors tonight. He had 1 error last night against #1 Kamehameha. Watanabe takes a strike.
Yeah, Watanabe not showing bunt there on that first pitch. Kind of unusual. You got your leadoff batter, a man who handles the bat pretty well for the Bears. Got decent speed over at first base as well.
And there for a strike.
Oh, Sung. 2 really good pitches, catching both the outside corner on each of them.
Runner goes. Eaten up there by Julian. Over to second went Inokuma. One out here. Man, Julian took a heck of a tag from the ball. Had to eat that up that third base line.
That's a great call by Coach Okita right there to stay on the double play possibility. Inokuma off and running on the play. Sharply hit ground ball. Really got to credit Julian over there with a clean glove at first base on that one. Staying down on it.
There's Sebastian now. Sebastian singled in the first, struck out in the 5th. It hit Sebastian.
That's Sung trying to come in with the 4-seam fastball, a little bit up and in, and that one just got away from him there. A couple of runners on base now for the Bears. This fastball just comes up and in, gets him on the upper arm area. Takes it, tells his players, hey, let's get going. And they react to it.
Right. Coach Honda is going to come out here and have a discussion.
Well, it's a couple of things here, too. I mean, you got runners at first and second. You got a chance to get out and win this game with a double play. But also, you've got to be leery, I think, of the Bears in trying to put 2 runners off in motion here. So if both guys try to steal, where are you going with the ball? That's the question, too.
That's Craig Okita. How much sleep do you get during this week? He's like, not a lot, right? Still has his regular job. There you see his son. You just walk by those 2 guys. His son to his left, our right. Working hard together. A special moment for that family. Go ahead run on. Wow. Tying run in scoring position.
Nothing's easy.
Bears are 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position today. How about that?
Yeah.
Here's Raboy. Raboy is due. Ivor Brooks has had his number. 3 groundouts to that side. Notice the pitch count here too. 98 after this one.
Ooh. Little wrinkle there, outside corner. Sung has been tough today as well. Just like Wakamatsu, just spotting the ball well. We'll get some activity up in the Waiakea bullpen.
This one topped off Baruela. It ended up fair. Baruela looked everywhere and finally gets the out. The runners advanced. Clear call from Karyazuka saying it's in, it's in. It's fielded in by Baruela. And Baldwin down to their final out.
Yeah, a little funky chopper right there out in front of the plate, and it chopped up so high, at least about 10 feet high. That allowed the runners, you know, Kuma and Sebastian both to go to the respected bases, third and second. Watch this. This ball's hit behind home plate, it looks like, but yet it comes out in fair territory. You can see right there the indecision. He says, okay, I've got enough time. Let's just make sure of the out at first base.
Waiakea 1 out away from the final. Baldwin a hit away from a tie or maybe the lead. Here's Rosanga.
Well, I've just been impressed by the pitching in this ball game by both Wakamatsu and Sung. Sung just continues here to throw a lot of strikes.
That's the 100th pitch here by Sung. Sanga touches that one. 0-2.
This is the first kind of life we've heard from the crowd in quite a while. They haven't had a lot to cheer about so much in this game. Not a lot of scoring.
Waiakea fans rise. 90 feet separates Baldwin from tying this up. An 0-2 count. Osanga gets him swinging. The final throwdown. Waiakea, just like that, going back to the Division I state final.
Wow, what a way to end it. Tying run, go ahead run in scoring position. You come up with the biggest K of your life right there by Sung. Waiakea crowd going wild. All of them had their phone cameras out, watching that last out, recording it.
A drop third strike. The Baldwin run for Bears fans ends here in the semifinals. Waiakea advances. And the way that Baldwin knocked off #1 Kamehameha yesterday, 1-0. Waiakea does it to the Bears here in the semifinals. Behind Hurley Sung on 102 pitches, 4 strikeouts and 4 walks. Pitched a heck of a game and puts Waiakea back home. They've made Iron My Heart their vacation home during the spring seasons. Back in the final for the first time since 2022. And the Warriors have a chance for another championship tomorrow night.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Decorating? With hundreds of factory colors and free computerized paint matching, you can find the Benjamin Moore color you're looking for at City Mill. Need something? Try check City Mill.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
All those Waiakea Warrior fans happy, hearts still pumping. And the Warriors, the BIF champions, the number 4 seed, survives and advances. 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors, 0-4-2 here for the Bears. Waiakea, the second time in 4 seasons, gets back to the championship round. With Marcus Owens and Jimmy Bender coming up, Felipe Ojastro. What do you make about what we saw here, man?
Wow. Again, pitching and defense was the name of the game in this one. That 1 error, costly, 1 unearned run again. Baldwin tried to, had a chance there at the end, but just could not come through.
And Jimmy Bender has the Hawaii Honeydeers impact player for Waiakea.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Hurley Sung is here with me. Hurley, Baldwin's coach had said you guys are like mirror images of each other, and then you go out and do to them what they did to Kamehameha last night. 1-0 game is tough. What was it like for you in the middle of all that?
Just staying focused and not letting the pressure get to me.
The pressure has to come there at the end, too. I mean, you win it on a strike 3, the drop 3rd strike. Got to get the run out at first, or that tying run comes home. What was going through your mind at that moment?
I was hoping my catcher makes a play. I trust my defense, and they worked. They did the job.
You guys seem to love Maui, right? The last time it was here, you guys won it. What is the vibe among you guys, knowing that kind of sits in there, that it's a possibility for you?
I think it's just the momentum we have, and just, I don't know, the team bonding that we have.
Any shout-outs you want to give before we go?
My parents and my grandparents did a lot for me.
Oh, they're up there. Your fan club's up there. One last thought. Tomorrow night for a championship. How do you feel about it?
I believe we can do it. With the momentum, we can do it.
I believe you too, man. When this guy speaks, I believe it. What a great game. I'll send it back to you guys.
His grandmother, Ui, makes some of the best shoyu chili pepper water. Oh, if they win the title, I guarantee you she's making gallons of that and giving it to the team. Hurley Sung was chili pepper water on the bump here today.
It really was. I mean, a complete game, 7-inning shutout, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, 4 hitters today. What a job by this young man out there. And to tell you the truth, Felipe, he and Justice Wakamatsu, both were in control from the very beginning of this ball game.
And what a ride it has been here for Waiakea. 9-day break, 2 wins in the tournament, winners of 6 games in a row now, going back to the BIF playoffs, and now a win away from another state title. Meantime, for Baldwin, the end of the road is here. Here's the Hawaii Honeydeers impact player. They dropped to the 3rd place game. I'll tell you what, Justice Wakamatsu, another fabulous performance from another great pitcher that we've seen here in the tournament.
Yeah, really good effort by this young man out there. 3 strikeouts, a couple of walks, a 6-inning complete game for him as well. 7 hitters thrown, just that 1 run early in the ball game in the 2nd inning, and that was it. Young man really did a fantastic job just keeping the team in the game and with a chance to win it in the 7th inning.
Look what the Bears did, right, on route to now the 3rd place game. They knocked off Kailua, perennial power. They knocked off the number 1 team in the tournament, Kamehameha. They were that close from knocking off the BIF champions, and ultimately a stellar season here for the Bears.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, for a team that did not win the MIL for the 2nd straight year, they really came on like gangbusters, and really it was that close. It was that close to getting them into the championship game tomorrow. Even Coach told us that we got a hit to get there. They just did not get it done with the bats today.
Yeah, you're right about that. Time now for the Taco Bell play of the game. Well, this situation, bases loaded, right? Nobody out. Raboy, Tanabe, Sargent, 5-2-3 double play. They would get out of the inning unscathed. We've seen so many great double plays all throughout the tournament.
Yeah, we have. It's about 3 or 4 last night's ball game, and this was a crucial one right there. Nobody out, bases loaded there, and looked like Waiakea was going to kind of open up the game a little bit offensively.
Coming up, St. Louis will take on Kamehameha Maui. St. Louis has been on a tear right now through the tournament. They're feeling the vibe after knocking off the OI champs in Mililani. Kamehameha Maui, after knocking off Lelehua, feels like that this is the year they can get to their first ever Division I championship game. What's your take?
Well, it's tough to go against the home team, especially at home here, and, they do have pitching still left as well. St. Louis, I think they're going to have to swing the bats to get by Kamehameha Maui tonight.
And so, will we have a team from Maui
in a tournament in Maui in the state final? We shall see. We'll see you at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock for Game 2 of our semifinal doubleheader with Marcus Owens, Jimmy Bender, and our entire crew. Felipe Ojastro. Waiakea wins it, and the Warriors are heading to the state final.